Welcome back to the Lauren Blackwell channel. Like I said 3 or 4 videos ago, Dr. Umar is a talker. That is his gimmick. That is what he does. That is how he earns his living. That is his ultimate goal, is to talk his way into people's pockets and get their money. It is not the school that he's been talking about. It is nothing else. He just talks. He talks a good game. He talks about what should be in society, what families should look like, how men should act towards women, how women should act towards men. He found a middle ground of pandering where he's not too much against a particular group. So, for instance, he's not too strongly against men and he's not too strongly against women. He finds that middle ground so that he can pander to both sides because he needs donations from both sides. So, a few days ago, I saw a clip of this lady saying that Dr. Umar was her father and he has made no attempts to be a part of her life. And I dismissed it because I was like, okay, we see a lot of these about celebrities. So I dismissed it. I didn't think it was actually true, not because I thought too highly of Dr. Umar, but because this just happens a lot with a lot of celebrities. So I dismissed it, but then it kept coming back around and I kept seeing more and more clips, and it turns out it is actually true. How crazy is this? It is actually true because Dr. Umar is slowly admitting that he has children that are not a part of his life. And I am going to show a clip of the girl who came on TikTok. Her name is Anissa, and she claimed that she's Dr. Omar's daughter. And I'm going to show the video that she posted. I will also show Dr. Umar's response after his initial denial of knowing the girl and doubting that the girl was his daughter. Can you imagine having a daughter and not even recognizing her, and you have to deny knowing her until she provides some kind of proof, and you both live in the same country? Isn't that crazy? And you both have cell phones and internet that you can reach out, but as a father, you don't. Anyway, I'm going to show the clip of him somewhat warming up to the idea of admitting that she may be his daughter. I will also show a clip of another girl, another lady that admitted that Dr. Umar actually admitted to her about having children that are not a part of his life. And he specifically said 2 daughters. And she also gave a little bit more about Dr. Umar's character, which is exactly what I think it is. I mean, you can, if you observe him carefully, you can see it. She revealed a lot about Dr. Umar, including the fact that he is under investigation by the IRS, I believe, for all the donations that he's been receiving, and the fact that his school has been in progress, or he's been building his school for eons now, and the school is still nowhere near being done. All of that, I have clips. I will post as much of the clips as I can, and whatever I can't, I will explain. So, first things first, this is Anissa, Dr. Umar's alleged daughter. She's about 22 years old, and she posted this clip calling him out for not being a part of his life and for not wanting to give her contacts to her other sister.
Hey TikTok, so I just wanted to come on here with a small short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me. Please DM me because I want to know who you are. Why do I have siblings out there that I don't know about? It's unfair. And you know, deadbeat fathers is very common nowadays, especially in the black community, right? We all know Dr. Umar reps the black community or whatever, but you can't rep that if you're not even in your daughter's life. You moving backwards. You're moving backwards. It's not making sense. To the public, you look like this person, but in private, you a whole nother person. And I'm not bashing you. I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life. No graduations, no parties. When I get married, are you going to be at the wedding? Are you going to walk me down the aisle? Yo, I have a stepdad who has been in my life since a little girl. He has been in my life. And I thank God for him because my biological father couldn't even do that, y'all. My biological father is not even on my birth certificate because when my mom had me, he left. And I do have a DNA test. So yes, I can prove that that's my father. I would never get on here and lie to y'all. That's kind of sick and delusional and crazy. But I'm just making this video because I want to find my sister. And when I reached out to him about giving me her number or if he even had it, I was ignored. So now I guess I have to take matters into my own hands. So if you see this video, sister, please reach out to me because if he's not going to allow us to be in contact, I'll do it myself. I just want to end this video off by saying that daughters who have deadbeat fathers should not have to go through this. This is very present in the black community. And as an activist, I would not think that you would be a deadbeat because you rep the black community so much. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be a hypocrite. You can't say do A, but you're doing B. It doesn't make any sense. So y'all already heard my mission for this video. Y'all already heard why I'm making this video. So if she can reach out to me, I would love that. I would love to have a conversation with you because you are my sister on my father's side that I have never met. I don't even know your name. I don't even know how old you are. I have a sister on my mom's side and I'm the oldest. I'm pretty sure that my sister that's on my dad's side, I'm probably older than her. I'm supposed to be guiding her. I'm supposed to be teaching her things because you as the father, you're not doing that. So let me do that as an older sister. But that's the end of this video. As I stated in the beginning of this video, I'm not trying to bash this man. I'm stating facts. Facts. And in the next clip, I will show y'all the screenshot of me trying to reach out to him and he ignored me after I asked him if he had my sister's phone number.
So as you heard in the clip, Anissa said she wants to have a conversation with Dr. Umar. And this is the text exchange between the both of them. This is what Dr. Umar said. He texted, "Peace and Pan-Africanism. If this is in fact my daughter, is there a reason why you're not messaging me directly from your cell phone?" And Anissa said, "This is my iCloud, but my phone number is," and gave her number. And then Umar said, text me from your phone. And then Anissa said, this is Anissa, and showed her number. And then Umar said, this is a different number. Why the different numbers? 267 or 443? And Anissa said 443. So he is trying to figure out, he's trying to do a little bit of detective work to see if this is actually his daughter. Can you guys just believe how crazy it is that some people can just create an entire human being and just walk away? It's not as if he was in a different country. I don't know, like he was enlisted in the military where he had to be far away. They both live in the same country and they both have cell phones and they're both on the internet. He's doing all of this detective work so that in order to prove that this is really his daughter, because he doesn't have any of his daughter's contacts or even know her name. He can walk by his daughter in the streets and not even recognize her. That's crazy. Initially, when the news broke, Dr. Omar did not want anybody in his business. He was telling people to mind their business, otherwise, they will be blocked. And he was talking to vloggers, obviously, people like me. But now he seems to be singing a different tune and wanting to have the conversation publicly. But initially, this was what he said.
I got family in Philadelphia everywhere, and you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? But let me say this. The quickest way for you to get blocked or put on the FDMG Book of Negro list, the quickest way for you to get blocked or get put on the FDMG Book of Negro list, if you mind my personal business, I don't care who you are, I strongly recommend you mind your business, because if you don't, you will be blocked and put in the Book of Negroes. Oh no. Oh no. As you see on my social media, I've been blocking people who think my business is their business. And if I block you, you automatically in the Book of Negroes.
So, after his initial false skepticism passed, at this point, he responded on his Instagram, and his response is so beyond ridiculous. Like, you could just tell that this is the last thing he wants to bother himself with. He couldn't be less disinterested. But he doesn't have a choice. He has to respond because this has become so public and he's a public speaker. So if he's going to continue to do his work and get the respect that he's been getting, he's going to have to address this. He cannot ignore it anymore. I think that is why he's responding. And this next response that he gave was so insane. When he called his daughter a struggle streamer, he said, "Good Garvey Day." As I don't live in the prison of other people's opinions, I have no interest in discussing nor explaining my private life with any of you, as my 15 years as the most relevant and requested scholar, orator, activist, Pan-Africanist in the world has made it clear to me that the Negro public is only interested in laughs at the expense of other people's misery. Neither the Cunocracy nor the YouTubian struggle streamer community couldn't care less about the truth in this situation. With that being said, please ask that little girl to stand on business by asking her mother to join in a three-way conversation about why her father hasn't been present in her life. I have no problem with this conversation being public, but her mother must be present for that conversation. She needs to keep the same energy and bring her mother to the table. I am sure the truth will be revealed if all three of us are present together. I have absolutely nothing to hide, and I still have all of my family court paperwork in case any lies are told. Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle streamer career is so not cool. Hashtag no more lies. Oh my God, look at the hashtags. Insane. Hashtag tell the whole truth. Hashtag Prince of Pan Africanism. Hashtag most requested scholar. He's still talking about being the most requested scholar. This man couldn't be any less serious. So, anyway, that was his response. He actually called his daughter a struggle streamer and saying that she was trying to use his name for a come up. He did not use the word struggle streamer to refer to her when he wasn't sure who he was talking to. He used that term to refer to her after he knew that that was his daughter. And he's insisting that the mother be part of the conversation and the conversation should be made public. So this is, I know that the girl, the Anissa, his daughter, has brought the matter into the public sphere. However, the fact that he wants to control how this goes by forcing the mother to come and be part of this initial conversation, even though this is supposed to be a chance for him to explain himself, not explain his his ex's behavior or how the role that his ex played in it. He needs to explain himself or why he's been absent, but he's trying to control how this goes by forcing his ex to be a part of the conversation and for it to be made public. This is all just a public spectacle for him. This man is just unbelievable. I can't stop saying this. He is simply unbelievable. Well, his daughter Anissa did not take kindly to the struggle streamer's statement either. This was her response.
Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle streamer career is so not cool. Struggle streamer? But you have two daughters and you're not in their lives, Dr. Umar. But I'm a struggle streamer? You see what I'm talking about? Why is that your only focus? You have two daughters and you are not present in their lives. Let's focus on that, Dr. Umar. Clock that T.
So, after dodging his parental responsibilities and hurling insults at his daughter that he has been estranged from, he finally came to terms with the fact that this is his daughter, even though he probably knew he was just pretending. That's what I think. But anyway, when he came to terms and started to admit it, this is what he said. So after the insults, he said, "Good evening, princess. Although I am very disappointed in your online behavior, I want to have lunch with you and your mother next Thursday or Friday. Please have her text me the day, time, and location for our meeting. You deserve to hear all of the truth from us together. We have much to discuss. I look forward to building the relationship with you that she never allowed us to have. With love, your father." Oh my God, the absolute nerve of this man. Can you see how quickly he switched into the father role? First of all, calling her princess after calling her a struggle streamer, and then putting the blame on the mother even before the conversation, which I already knew. He just wanted an excuse to blame his ex for something. And here he is talking about the relationship that your mother did not allow us to have. Wow. Anyway, his daughter went off on him for this last message because she can see through his behavior. Like, she's very mature, actually, but I'll talk a little bit about her later as far as what I sense from her personality. But yeah, she did not take it kindly and she left him a response, and this was it.
She never allowed us to have. With love, your father. So you decide to reach out to me because I outed you. You had all this time, you had all these chances to reach out to your daughter, but because I outed you on social media, now you want to sit down for lunch? You're a fraud. You're a hypocrite. You are everything that you say that you aren't. And you got on live responding to me, talking about some struggle stream, talking about some, oh, I'm known in North Philly. If y'all needed to find me, y'all could have found me. Why Ho! What do I have to find you for, sir? When you're my dad?
And can we talk about the tone in this last message? It almost seems as though Dr. Umar is trying to scold his daughter, who he did not raise and he does not have a real relationship with. And he's trying to slip back into that fatherly role and scold her, telling her that he's disappointed in the way that she handled this situation. I mean, oh my God, the insensitivity of this man. He does not even realize that in situations like this, people are actually very hurt and they are likely to be emotional and will not handle things in the proper way or in the perfect way that he thinks it should be handled. And this is what he's pointing out rather than focusing on the important thing. He cannot be helped. Anyway, there's another TikTok that has met Dr. Umar before, and she talked about her experience with him. I'm going to post a clip of her talking about the fact that the school that he has been building, that I mentioned some videos ago, that school is still a long way from being done. And because of all of the donations that he has received from the Black community predominantly, he is now under investigation by the IRS because they're trying to figure out what he's been doing with the money, and he is trying to wind his way out of it. I don't know the details of it except for what this lady posted, but she said that he said that his accountant stole the money. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, yeah, of course your accountant stole the money. What else are you going to tell the IRS? That you spent it all on yourself? No, on your trips across the world. He's always jet setting. But anyway, this is the clip of the lady who talked about him being a huge flirt, his school not anywhere close to being done, and his IRS investigation. I forgot to mention her name, but her name is Cece. That's her TikTok name.
I've known Dr. Umar for 3 years. I met him when I was 24 years old. And this is a recent picture. We just met in June of last year. And we did discuss his children along with a few other things. We met up at Brandywine Diner on Concord Pike last year. And because he wanted to take me out to lunch, and I kind of wanted to talk about just have a conversation with him regarding Black content creators on TikTok. So when I met up with him last year, he was just coming back from the school when we had lunch. I guess the IRS is still asking him about the school because it's not done. He's receiving money donations, but there's no progress with the school. If you were to go up right now to the school, there's wooded boards on the doors, on the windows, there's weeds, graffiti on some of the buildings. It's not in proper condition. There's no AC, there's no heating, there's nothing. The school's not ready. When we were talking at the table, I started asking him a lot of private questions were you married? Do you have any kids? He was telling me, yes, I have 2 daughters. One of them is a teenager and the other one is maybe 7 years old at the time. So the child is probably 9 years old. So he was saying to me that the mother of those girls, or the mother of, I don't know if it's 2 separate women or just one woman, the woman or the women are taking him to court for child support because he's not an active dad. He's not in their life. And he told me that as well. He doesn't visit them as much as he should. However, he visits his mom a lot, and she's in Philly. So I just was confused. I was like, how are you talking about being a pillar and how Black men are so needed in families today, but you're not even an active dad? He was not an active father. He said it. He confirmed it. I can back this young lady up. He did say that he was not going to be there. And on top of that, he was saying that he would like to, in the future, every 2 weeks out of the month, go to Ghana. I was asking him, I was like, so you never got married? He said, oh no, I never got married to any of those women. But he dated a lot. And I could tell that he was a playboy because he was very, very flirtatious. Very. And also I noticed too, his personality is much different in person than it is online. I'm not sure if it's because I'm a woman or something like that, but he's not as animated. He seems more hyped up when he's like on a podcast or online, really engaging. He was not as engaging in person. He is extremely flirtatious, and that was the last time I met up with him, and probably the last time, because it was very aggressive. Because I'm in a relationship on my life. When we left, I gave him a hug. He was like, He said, the women got to have booty. And I was like, what? He said, you got to have booty. If I'm talking to you, you got to have booty. Can you cook? I was like, yeah, I can cook. He was like, good. Good. So you can cook and you got booty. And he was backing up from me. He said, He said, business before business before back. I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding. And mind you, I'm in a relationship. So I was like, what do you mean business before back? Like, what? So he's laughing to himself, and he goes back to his car because he was going to go back to Philly to go take care of his mom. And I was like, I can't see this fool again, because what do you mean business before back? No shots are being given. What? Because business before back. Whose back are you? Because it's not mine.
So yeah, this lady confirmed that Dr. Umar himself told her about his daughters that he does not have a relationship with. And at this point, he's not even denying it anymore. So it's not as if we need extra people to prove what Anissa is saying. But I just thought I'd include this clip. So, yep, this is you guys' leader.
I will say this. I'm open to the conversation. Where is Mama Smurf at? Get daughter Smurf and Mama Smurf and then Papa Smurf, and we're gonna have a nice conversation in front of the world. Let's get to the bottom of this. And I'm gonna bring white man paperwork. Oh yes, I have all of my white man paperwork. So, baby Smurf, please get Mama Smurf, and Papa Smurf is gonna pull up. And let's have the conversation. Okay? Okay? Let's have a conversation for the whole world. That's all we got to do.
And I hope his daughter is nothing like him. I said I was going to talk briefly about her. And here's my impression of her. She seems like a very mature person, especially since she's not that old. She's 22 years old, and yet she's trying to keep the family together by forming a relationship with her stepsister. That's a very nice thing to do. I also heard that she spoke to her stepsister's mother, and she might be meeting her stepsister soon. So I just got the impression that she has a good head on her shoulders, and she's nothing like her dad. This is the poster for his school that he's been asking for donations for. He's still promoting this, even though that school has been eons now, and he's still not done. But you know what? At this point, I think we know that he's never going to finish that school. I don't think he'll ever complete it. But yep, this is you guys' leader. Despite everything he says about family and the community and building and growing and healing, all of that is just words. It's just talking just to make money. First, it was Ace Metaphor, and now it's Dr. Umar. None of these men can be trusted. We see this every day at this point. Anybody that falls for whatever these guys say, at that point, you have no one but yourself to blame, because they've proven over and over that they do not believe any of the things they say. They just say things to pander for whichever group they think will donate the most money to them or buy their merch. That's it. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.